Hello everyone, welcome back to another day in the 100 days graphic design challenge. So today we are going to be editing a Photoshop file. Okay, now I'm just going to open this up. I already downloaded the file and I have extracted it. This is what we have. Now what we are going to do is very simple. I'm just going to show us how you can edit this. Okay, I'm going to change everything here to YouTube kind of follow, subscribe. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, let's just dive right into the design. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to first of all edit these particular areas. I'm going to change all this to red, and then I'll come to the text. I'm going to change this to red, change the rectangle to red, and then we'll just come to the end of the design. So I'm just going to do that very quickly. Okay, let's start from the object. I'll open it up. This is what we have here. Now I'm going to just add a hue and saturation to it, so I'll just click here, and then I'm going to just take this until I get that red color. Okay, I think this is it. So I head back to my layers. I have it here. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change this to YouTube. Okay, so let me just bring in my image. Now you can always drag and drop. Okay, so I'm just going to be doing it this way. Okay, so I already downloaded this as a PNG file. Next thing I'm going to do is to click here. If you right click, you're going to see rectangular, you're going to see elliptical. So I'll just use the elliptical because I want to select something that is circular. So I have something like this. I'm just going to click here. I'll right click and I'll convert this to smart objects. Okay, so we'll have something like this. I'm just going to drop my tool and then I'll zoom in. Okay, then I'll just take this and I'll place it right on top of that Facebook. Okay, I'll just place this here, enter. Okay, now this is what we have. Next thing I'm going to do is to bring in my image, this place that they said image. So I will just head over to the place that they said place your image here. So I'll just close this up. Okay, close this. This is it here. I'll click here and I'll click on it to place my image. Okay, so I'm just going to close up the eyes of this guy, and then I head over to my files. I'm going to say place. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in my logo. Okay, so I'll just look for where it is. Now this is the one I want to use. Okay, so I'm just going to increase this and I'll hit enter. Then I'm just going to press Ctrl S. Okay, I'll wait for that. Okay, it's done. I head back to it. You can see it here. I'm just going to increase this a little bit more, not too much. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do, as you can see these colors that are contradicting, I'm just going to change this to black and white. Okay, so I'm just going to reduce the saturation of my logo. Okay, so that it will not contradict. As you can see, all of them are just changing. You just click here so that it will click only to that guy. Okay, so I'm just going to give this something like this. Now I head back to my layers. The next thing I'm going to do, you can see this empty space. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a circle. Okay, it's already on ellipse. I'm just going to draw something like a circle. Okay, holding my shift key. So I have something like this, a perfect circle. I'm just going to click here and I'll change this to white and I'll place it right at this point. Okay, just to cover that transparent background, and then I'll take it behind. Okay, maybe beneath this. Okay, now this is it. This is what we have. The next thing I'm going to do is to click on this my logo, on the YouTube logo. I'll just do Alt and pick it up, then I'll just bring it here. Okay, so I want it to be beneath. Now I'm just going to take it beneath. Okay, beneath this object here. Now you can see that it has changed color. Is because this particular one that we did is affecting it. That's why it has changed color. Now I'm just going to click on it rather than clicking this to this. Okay, I'll just click on this icon and I'm going to create another hue for it. Okay, we'll change that color from green to red. Okay, so I'm just going to click this as well. Okay, so I'll just adjust it until I get something like, I think this is it. Okay, now we have something like this. The next thing I'm going to do is to just change the text. Okay, I'm just going to change all these guys very quickly. Okay, and I'll change their colors to red. I'll do that very fast. Okay, so now that I'm done changing the text and all of that, okay, look at this one. I'll just look for where this text is, the alpha background. I'm just going to search for it. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is it here. I'm just double click on this text. I want to change it, so I'm just going to change it to Xpress-Pixels. Okay, okay, this is it. Now this is it. Okay, I just changed it. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to change this. So I'll just look for where this is. Okay, this is it here. I'll just head over to effects and I'm going to give it a color overlay. Okay, okay, it's already a red. Enter. Same thing here. I'll give it a color. Okay, red. Enter. Okay, so after I'm done with that, I'll just bring in my text. I already have it. I want to add the text here. Okay, okay, so I have it here. I'll just bring it here. I can see that it's beneath. I'll just take this up. Okay, I'll just take this up and I'll have something like this. Okay, now the last thing I want to do is to change the text at this background. If you look, there is a text here. I want to change the text. I think this is saying object. I want to change it to something else. Okay, I'm going to change it to subscribe. Okay, to add a text, I'll just click T on my keyboard. Okay, so I'm just going to say subscribe. Okay, I have this. As you can see, this is also being affected, and it's simply because I didn't click this one. Okay, so I'm just going to do that very quickly. I'll just click on them. Okay, so I just clicked on each of them and then I removed the one I gave this guy earlier. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do, back to what I was doing. First of all, I'll change this color to ash. Okay, so I'll just head over to properties and I'm going to give it a color, an ash color. Okay, let me just pick this. Okay, so I'll just leave it this way and I'll take it to red kind of. Okay, so I have this. I'm just going to adjust this. And I'll place it slanted. Okay, so I head over to my layers. I'm just going to give this color, I think it's too visible. Okay, so I'm just going to head back to my layers and then I will close up the eyes of this guy. Okay, and then I'll just adjust this quickly. Okay, so I have this. I'm just going to click on this, shift this, Ctrl G. I'll right click, convert to smart objects. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to reduce the opacity to 50, and then I'm going to take up this particular layer and I'll place it here. Okay, so that my background can have this, because I actually close the eyes of this one so that it can have it. Okay, so with that, we have come to the end of today's design. I just changed this shadow to red. Okay, so I'm just going to see you in our next video. This is just how you can edit a Photoshop file. It can be a flyer, it can be a business card, it can be something like this. You can just go to free pick, or you can go online, you can search for a PSD file, and then you extract it. It comes as a zip file all the time. Okay, unless you just download only the PSD file, then you open it in your Photoshop and you extract it, and that's just how you can customize it. Okay, maybe you're in a rush or something, or probably you don't have the strength to start designing from beginning. You can just do something like this. Okay, so with that, we have come to the end of today's design, and I'm going to see you in our next video. Please make sure you like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as the flyer says. Okay, see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.